In this short lecture, we'll be discussing conditional sentences. Before we start discussing these sentences, however, we're going to talk about three terms that we need to review. The first term is the clause. As you know, a clause is a group of words containing a subject and a verb. Next, independent clause. An independent clause is a clause that can stand alone. It is a complete idea. And finally, dependent clause. Dependent clauses cannot stand alone and they are not complete ideas. So let's look at a couple of sentences, and I want you to think about this question. What feature is the same in all of the following sentences? So if you've read all of the sentences, you should notice that each one of the sentences has an if clause. An if clause is a dependent clause, and each one of these sentences is what we call a conditional sentence. So what is a conditional sentence? So a conditional sentence, or conditional, describes a condition and a result. So one way you could look at this is to say, if this thing happens or this situation happens, then that thing happens as a result. Conditional sentences are a type of complex sentence. A conditional has an independent clause and an if clause. An if clause is a type of dependent clause. So here's one very simple example. If I eat late at night, I don't sleep well. So we have a condition, the if clause, if I eat at night, and the result of that is I do not sleep well, which is the main clause and the result. There are four types of conditional sentences, and we'll be discussing them all in this unit. We have present real conditionals, future real conditionals, present and future unreal conditionals, and past unreal conditionals.